Marco Dominic Gonzalez. I'm just going off on, I'm asking questions and just remembering little things here and there. It's too many little things, man. So many. I've talked about a lot of these urgent care situations in length. I'm starting to get a little bit, and I don't want to. You know, the last thing I want is to go through a mobility issue. I'm just asking. I'm asking valid questions. I was talking about a lady that had blonde hair on the day, platinum blonde. It was like dyed. She looked Hispanic, like she could be Hispanic. She had dyed platinum blonde hair on the day, August 2011, when I almost had my heart attack. And then she was there at the urgent care for another situation when I was trying to get a urine specimen for a urology issue. But she had dark hair, and then we had, I don't know how the conversation got to Dr. Aparicio and talked about the Ambien. And she even, I think she asked me, so you have an allergy to Ambien? You have a negative effect to Ambien? She asked a question of that, and I said, yeah, but that's in my medical record. Because if anybody would look, what they were telling me is that they're all online. They can look at my medical record on the computer and go to any time I had any type of talking to any doctor, so they can go see. And Dr. Karengo, you know, they can look at my medical and say, oh well, man, Dominic had a negative experience with Ambien, and she switched him to Lunesta. So, you know, when I'm like, wait a minute, man. I mean, because she asked me that question, I was like, yeah, but that's in my medical. And I also told Dr. Miller that I had an issue with an Ambien. So it's like it's known, but it's also, if you look at my medical record, it's under Dr. Karengo, and then I would think that then Dr. Miller would have to annotate that, well, he's saying that he had a negative experience with Ambien, so then it would be known, right? What's the law there? I'm asking. But by her not knowing or asking me that question, then she can't readily. I remember there was that kind of thing, and I said, I remember you. You were there because I called her and I said, you were there. You had blonde hair on that day that I had, and she looked at me like, oh my gosh, like I remembered, and then she just nods her head yes. But she has to be interviewed, man. But legally, can she? I mean, my thing is this: if she has more knowledge about that Dr. Aparicio or government intrusion or you know, any rumor, anything that she knows specifically or anything, can she legally talk to a journalist or talk to I mean, how does that work? I mean, she can also, you know, again, I don't know what her role is in this government intrusion. I don't know what anybody's role. What is your role? Who are you people, man? I can't get like any honest information about my health. I mean, it's like, what's the point of having health insurance, guys, when you don't get any honest information about your health? Interesting enough, Dr. Aparicio sends me to a Dr. Lancaster, and when we go through, I mean, he's like, I said, dude, I almost had a heart attack on my birthday, and they wouldn't give me an advanced toxicology because after a long time, my heart rate went to normal. It's like it was time, dude. So whatever was ingested had a time release, and it would come down at a certain point. Ironically, the only time on that day I could get a doctor's appointment with Dr. Tony, which was at 3 o'clock, was when my heart rate went down. Is that a coincidence? Come on, man. To me, that indicates that it is known that something is put into my food medically. Meaning that there would have to be have a court order to do that. But my gosh, I have the right to contest. Say, wait a minute, man. You can't, you would have to create propaganda to do that. And I'm contesting all propaganda. I have a right to free speech. I have a right to freedom of religion. I have a right to my own beliefs. You can't drug me or harm me legally because of my freedom of speech. You would have to create some type of propaganda, but I've never heard of anybody having some type of propaganda where you could legally put something in someone's food, dude. That blows my mind. It really does. But it indicates it. I don't know an answer on that. I want an answer because I'm like, it's illegal and you're criminally and civil liable.